With a record, as you see, of 25-1. Pierz with a record of 26-1. And in each case, they have waited a long time to get to the state tournament. For Pierz, it's been 10 years since they came here, and it's been a long wait. They've had some very good teams in Pierz, but they've always been turned away in the qualifying rounds. And the same is true of Goodhue, who has had some very good teams over the last 5 years. Their record over the last 5 years, 120-11, but Rochester Allure has seemed to always frustrated Goodhue in its attempt to get to the state tournament. They're here, and we have one game left, and we think it'll be a good one for you, with Goodhue taking on Pierz in our last Class A quarterfinal game. Goodhue's had such a good mark, particularly at home. They've won 47 straight games on their home floor. Top ranked on the final poll. The only loss that they suffered came to Hastings, and in that game they were ahead by 18 points. And for Pierz, a very good team for Rick Shabluski in his 10th year with the Pioneers. Their only loss against Eden Valley Watkins. Earlier we had Tracy Milroy qualifying into the Class A semifinal round this afternoon. Red Lake Falls also a qualifier this afternoon. Earlier tonight, Blake with a convincing 46-23 win over Minnewaska area. And one qualifier in the semifinal round tomorrow left. It'll be either Pierz or Goodhue. The Class A semifinal games are tomorrow afternoon, and the AA games are tomorrow evening. Sue Fiero, one of the top players for Goodhue. She'll be a key player for the Wildcats. And Julie Korf, the only player really back from last year's team. Although Pierz had a very good team, they didn't get to the state tournament, but this is somewhat of a rebuilding year for Rick Shabluski, and Julie Korf averaging over 14 points a game. So we'll keep our eyes on those two players. Let's get the introductions for the rest of the principals for tonight's final contest from Bob Reed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Williams Arena for this quarterfinal game. Before we meet the full roster of both teams, let's first meet the cheerleaders. The visiting school tonight, the Section 1A champions, a record of 25-1, the Goodhue Wildcats. And the home team tonight, the 5A champions, a record of 26-1, the Pierz Healy Pioneers. Introducing the Goodhue cheerleaders and mascot, please greet Jenny Ryan, Jennifer Johnson, Abby O'Reilly, Sarah Puppy, and the mascot Kim Mendelko. The Goodhue cheerleaders and mascot. And now let's say hello to the Pierz Healy cheerleaders. Trina Rothstein, Katie Oldakowski, Sharon Kimmen, Melissa Sheeler, Deanna Marshik, and Becky Poser, the Pierz Healy cheerleaders. And now introducing first the reserves for Goodhue. Wearing the light-colored visitors' jerseys, a 5'4" sophomore guard, number 10, Jackie Bennett. .57" sophomore forward, number 12, Emily Bankston. .510" freshman center, number 14, Alicia O'Reilly. 5'5" junior forward, number 20, Katie Lodermeyer. 5'7" sophomore forward, number 30, Jessica O'Connor. 5'5" junior guard, number 32, Michelle Mann. 6'2" junior center, number 40, Theresa Wojcik. 5'8" sophomore forward, number 42, Katie Thomforde. 5'8" senior guard, number 50, Nikki Gurman. And a 6'2" junior center, number 52, Jessica Derricks. And now let's meet the reserves for Pierz. Wearing the dark-colored home jerseys, a 5'5" freshman guard, number 13, Jenny Gertz. 5'7" junior guard, number 23, Jessie Fiddler. 5'7" sophomore guard, number 25, Amanda Becker. 5'8" sophomore forward, number 31, Miranda Gall. 5'7" junior forward, number 33, Holly Harold. 5'6" sophomore guard, number 41, Amanda Golden. 5'11" sophomore center, number 43, Heidi Stump. 5'11" freshman center, number 51, Michelle Paulson. And a 5'8" sophomore guard, number 53, Angie Hannikin. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup, alternating by team, starting with the guards. Starting at guard for Goodhue, 5'8" senior, number 24, Brooke Schultz. And for Pierz, 5'7" senior, number 11, Tanya Gall. At the other guard for Goodhue, 5'9" junior, number 44, Jill Quast. And for Pierz, 5'9" senior, number 35, Julie Korf. At center for Goodhue, 5'10" junior, number 54, Megan Lodermeyer. And for Pierz, 5'10" senior, number 21, Kelly Byerman. At forward for Goodhue, 5'11" senior, number 22, Sue Fiero. And for Pierz, 5'8" senior, number 15, Stacy Langer. At the other forward for Goodhue, 5'11" senior, number 34, Katie Thomforde. And for Pierz, 5'8" senior, number 45, J.C. Swanson. The Goodhue assistant coach is Ed Stern, the head coach Jill Ward, the assistant coaches for Pierz, Craig John Troy, Steve Holbrook, and the head coach Rick Shabluski. The officials for this game, Brenda Holmgren and Paul Ray. And now we'd like to introduce one member of each team. Representing the visitors from Goodhue, number 24, Brooke Schultz. And representing the home team, Pierz, number 45, J.C. Swanson.
Good evening. Welcome to the Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament. We appreciate your attendance at this tournament and hope you enjoy it.
The State Girls Basketball Tournament is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules expect fair play and good sportsmanship among players and coaches. As athletes, we ask that spectators promote the ideals of good sportsmanship, fair play and respect for our opponents, and the calls of the officials.
Thank you, Brooke and J.C.
And we're just about ready for the start of our final game. You look at the Pierz huddle and now the Goodhue huddle, and you have to understand, I think, the frustration that Goodhue has felt over the last couple of years to really appreciate what it means to them to be here. The last 3 years, they were eliminated by Rochester Lourdes, but they beat them 37-36 to advance and get to this state tournament appearance, and now they're here. And of course, wouldn't you know it, they're finally here, and they have to play the last game, too.
Well, they have won the last 4 consecutive subsection titles, but in the last 3 seasons in the section finals, 3 of their losses have come to Lourdes. Over the last 4 years, there are 116 wins, but only 10 losses, which is really quite a record.
Pass to the post, picked off. To Fiero. Really lost it, and it did go out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Pioneers. Each team with a quick turnover. There's the pride of Sobieski, Rick Shabluski. For the Pierz Pioneers, they've had 3 straight 20-win seasons, yet they were not able to get to the state tournament until this year. Inside, Julie Korf with a miss. Got her rebound, but there's a foul on the play, and they'll call Korf for a foul. And that will be a big factor in this game. Pierz is not the deepest team, and they simply cannot afford injury or any type of foul trouble to their primary players, because they are not as deep a team as some others in the state tournament field. Over 7 minutes to play in this first quarter, no score. We had a low-scoring game in Game 3 tonight. Played in the Minnewaska area. Another turnover for Goodhue. But a foul on the get-back, and the foul will go against Goodhue's Katie Thomforde. Each team with a foul, each team with a turnover. This is Julie Korf, who's been a starter since her freshman year. Three-point try, off no good by Stacy Langer. And the rebound controlled by Katie Thomforde. Sue Fiero in the corner. The rebound is good by Katie Thomforde.
Well, she was surrounded by 3 Pierz Pioneers, but still managed to put it up and in.
The last, a tying basket for J.C. Swanson. Two apiece, just over 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Bounce pass off the leg of Katie Thomforde. And apparently Goodhue will get the basketball back. Jill Quast And now Brooke Schultz. Fiero to Thomforde. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Schultz. Fiero with another miss. Rebounded by Julie Korf. Bump on the way in. Foul called on Brooke Schultz. .534 left in the first quarter. Another low-scoring game, at least so far. Welcome back to the 1996 Girls State Basketball Tournament. Pierz and Goodhue off to a slow start. Pioneers with the basketball. This is Stacy Langer. And going to the line will be Julie Korf. Foul called on Megan Lodermeyer. All 5 starters on this Goodhue team were picked in the all-conference squad in the Three Rivers Conference. First point puts Pierz in front. Rebound tipped out our way, out of bounds, and it'll go to Goodhue. Pierz a pretty good free throw shooting team, according to Rick Shabluski. 1 of 2 in that sequence. Schultz inside. Lodermeyer scores. And Goodhue has the lead. Three-point try, no good by Korf. Rebounded by Sue Fiero. In and out, back in again. Jill Quast makes it a 6-3 game. Gall driving in, dishing off, shot is no good. Rebounded by Fiero, and Goodhue's picked up the tempo of this game. Reach in, tap out by Stacy Langer. And Goodhue will get the basketball.
Well, you can see Goodhue doing a great job on the boards. Each player on the defensive end is blocking out their player. They've gotten some quick rebounds. And Sue Fiero is really the player to watch for them, number 22. She's one of the top 16 finalists for Miss Basketball in Minnesota.
4.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Katie Lodermeyer in the game now. Jump shot no good by Jill Quast. Rebounded by Tanya Gall. Nearly lost possession of the ball, but found Stacy Langer just in time. Korf goes baseline and then back inside. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Lodermeyer. Megan Lodermeyer. Nice look up ahead in the basket for Thomforde. Jammed underneath. Shots off, no good by Swanson. Follow-up is good for Julie Korf. And she'll go to the line. Foul called on Jill Quast. Fourth team foul on Goodhue. And if Korf can hit the free throw, they'll be within 2. 1 of 3 from the line for Korf. Jump ball called and the arrow pointing the other way. Goodhue will get the basketball. And a traveling call as Katie Lodermeyer brought it across the line. Second Goodhue turnover. Stacy Langer with the basketball. She's the best three-point shooter on this Pierz team. They don't give her any shooting room. Instead, it's Tanya Gall who takes the shot. Missed, rebounded, and tied up in the lane. This time, Pierz has the arrow.
Goodhue's in a 2-3 zone now in the out-of-bounds play, but they did switch from their player-to-player defense to a 3-2 zone.
A foul, and before the shot, I believe. No basket. Yet she'll get 2 free throws. I don't understand that. Foul called by Katie Lodermeyer. Kelly Byerman at the line. A missed free throw. You see Byerman with a wrap on the left thumb. And apparently a lane violation, and Byerman will get another chance at that second free throw. But tape on the left thumb because it was broken a couple of weeks ago. Byerman playing through the fracture and at the line early in this game. And it's a one-point game. 2:53 left in the first quarter with Goodhue leading by a point on the Clarity scoreboard. The Wildcats have their fans here, clean shaven. At least on top of the head, they're clean shaven. And the Wildcats have been #1 this year. At least they are in the final regular season poll, the final rankings, with Blake ranked #2. Good bounce pass underneath from Katie Lodermeyer to Katie Thomforde. Thomforde has 6 of the 10 points for Goodhue. 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Right corner, Stacy Langer with a miss. Rebounded by Megan Lodermeyer. Brooke Schultz with the basket for Goodhue. Her first basket of the game.
Goodhue finding the open spot against that 1-3-1 zone defense. Down in the corner with some good ball movement.
Good post feed and a quick shot by Kelly Byerman. She's got 4 points. Sue Fiero, jumper, short. Rebound picked off by Katie Lodermeyer. Shot rebounded by Julie Korf. Offensive foul on Korf, and that is her second foul, and that's a big call in this first quarter. She's their best player and the player they least can afford to get into foul trouble.
Well, if she wouldn't have pushed off with the arm, they probably wouldn't have made that call, but you got to be careful on using the arm when you're an offensive player.
Katie Lodermeyer from 15. Offensive putback, no good by Thomforde. And out of bounds to the Wildcats. reach-in foul on Tanya Gall. Her first and the third foul on Pierz. Rick Shabluski in his 10th year as a head coach at Pierz. Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Katie Lodermeyer on the run. 7 field goals from 5 different players in this first quarter for Goodhue. Lane, no good. Rebounded by Fiero. Shot taken by J.C. Swanson. Out of bounds, it'll go to Pierz with 31 seconds left. 3 Goodhue turnovers. Pierz has turned it over just once. Coming in for Pierz, Heidi Stump. And she'll replace Julie Korf with 2 fouls. Well, we'll see how Pierz fares here with their best player off the floor for a while. Rick Shabluski trying to protect Korf from her 3rd foul. Another turnover.
Goodhue extended that 3-2 zone to the half court to come up with a turnover and a basket.
Fiero to Lodermeyer. Largest lead of the night for Goodhue. Another double team. This time a foul called on Fiero, and that is the first foul on Sue Fiero and 6th on Goodhue. So a chance for Pierz to rack up some points from the foul line here. We're yet to finish the first quarter, and already Goodhue's reached the limit of 6 fouls. 10 seconds in the first quarter. I don't know if they realize how little time is left. There's a shot at the back of the iron by Stacy Langer. 16-9. Our first quarter score. The top-ranked team in the state, the Goodhue Wildcats, leading it after 8 minutes. With Jeff Grayson and Janet Karvonen and Dick Bremer at Williams Arena, where Goodhue has the lead, 16-9. Today's winners and yesterday's winners play here tomorrow. The Class A semifinal action starting at 1 in the afternoon. The Double A semifinal starting at 7 at night. Off the front of the rim, no good by Megan Lodermeyer. Pierz with the basketball. This is Stacy Langer. And now Julie Korf back in the game with 2 fouls. Kelly Byerman now with 6 points. That's a 5-point game. Off the glass for 2, Katie Thomforde. 8 points for Katie Thomforde. Thomforde and Sue Fiero each averaging 17 points a game over the course of the season. Fiero is yet to score. But she comes up with a steal here. And her first basket.
I think she might have heard you, Jim. Yeah. She has done a lot of nice things on offense, though, creating opportunities for her teammates as a guard. A lot of nice passes, and we see Korf answering.
Julie Korf with a response for Pierz. The basket. She has 5 points. In and out by Fiero, and a whistle and a foul on Pierz. And the foul called on J.C. Swanson. Going to the line, Katie Thomforde. And I beg your pardon, no free throws. They had her lined up for a free throw, but it's instead going to be an out-of-bounds play for Goodhue. Fiero dishing off to the wing, and a foul called on J.C. Swanson, her second. And the 5th foul now on Pierz. Pass jammed in the lane, picked up by Megan Lodermeyer, and she gets 2 points. 4 in the game for Megan Lodermeyer. A 9-point Goodhue lead. Nice post move. Pretty play by Kelly Byerman.
Byerman's got nice vertical and a great jump shot. Quite a success story for her to work into the lineup as she's done this last year.
Broken thumb and all. Katie Thomforde with 5 field goals already in this first half. Inside, outside. And a basket for Julie Korf. She has 7. Now a steal for J.C. Swanson. And a steal back for Fiero. Fiero takes her all the way in.
Pretty move there. Fiero switched it over from the right to left hand for a nice layup.
Compared to the sleepy pace we had in our first game tonight, this was an awful lot of fun to watch. A miss for Korf. Rebound by Swanson. Follow-up is good. She's got 4.
I'm not sure how Swanson even got possession of that ball, but she snuck in there. Great position for the offensive rebound.
Pierz hanging close, 7 points away. Traveling call. Sue Fiero with the turnover on the First Bank scoreboard. It's Goodhue leading 26-19.
Welcome back to Williams Arena. Jeff Grayson in the heart of the Goodhue cheering section with Don Thomforde, the mayor. Looks like you got the whole town here, Don.
And then some.
Is this how it's been like all year long, been Goodhue?
They follow sports real close. It's a close-knit town, and, well, we all know each other real well, you know, so. And I think the fans have really been terrific all through the season, you know.
What does it mean to have the whole town supporting the basketball team like this?
I think it's great, and I think the kids do too, you know. They really appreciate it, I think.
Don, thanks for joining us.
Sure, thank
That's
you.
what it's all about, Dick. Over to you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Jeff. Thomforde, that name has been pivotal in this game so far. Whistle and a foul and a push underneath. Katie Thomforde leading the floor with 10 points, all on field goals. And the foul will go against Julie Swanson, and that's her 3rd. So problems for Rick Shabluski and the Pioneers, because J.C. Swanson has 3 fouls, Julie Korf has 2, and as he admitted to me this afternoon, this is not the deepest team in the state tournament, and foul trouble is starting to present itself here in this first half. Fiero with a miss, and a rebound for Julie Korf. Tanya Gall up ahead. And the basket for Heidi Stump. Her first 2 points of the game. Halfway through the second quarter. A 5-point game. Katie Thomforde working around a double team, and she'll go to the line. And the foul whistled against Julie Korf, and now she has 3.
Katie Thomforde, nice move there. Taking the ball to the basket, initiating the contact, but she's in a good position. She really is a smart player. Uses her body well around the basket. This Goodhue team is quick. They have a lot of weapons, too, and they really look strong, but Pierz has done a great job tonight. Staying close.
11 points for Katie Thomforde. From the right corner, Tanya Gall hits her first field goal. Tipped out of bounds. Goodhue will keep it with 3:29 left in the half. It's a 4-point game. Coming in for Goodhue, Megan Lodermeyer and Brooke Schultz. Jill Quast out. And Jessica Derrick's out. Katie Thomforde with a miss. Tipped back inbounds, and the loose ball picked up by Kelly Byerman. Tipped out of bounds by Sue Fiero. Pioneers will keep it down by 4 points. Korf on the right wing. They try to go back door, and there's a foul called on Tanya Gall. Katie Lodermeyer intercepted the pass, and Gall with the bump, her second foul. That's the 8th foul on Pierz. So Katie Lodermeyer will go to the line for a one-on-one opportunity.
There you can see the Goodhue bench. Coach Jill Ward is a second-grade teacher. And there you can see the replay. Nice pass down low, but it's intercepted. And the foul is called. I had a nice conversation with Ed Stern, the assistant coach from Goodhue, and he asked me if I remembered talking to some of the Goodhue players last year, and I said, well, sure I did. He wanted me to relay the story because I happened to meet them in the restroom last year, and they assured me that they would be down here playing in the tournament, and they were going to take care of Lourdes next year. And I said, well, we'll see you next year, and here they are.
1 of 2 for Katie Lodermeyer, but Goodhue will keep the basketball. Thomforde wide open underneath. Misses the short shot. Rebounded by Kelly Byerman.
Nice pass.
Langer up ahead. And the basket goes to Heidi Stump. She's got 4 points. Now tied up in the lane. The arrow pointing Pierz's way. They're only down by 3. Goodhue has led all the way. I think their largest lead was 10 points. But Pierz is hanging tough. We've got a timeout here at Williams Arena with 2:37 left in the half.
Back at Williams Arena, where Pierz has pulled within 3 of Goodhue in second quarter action. You could win a $3,000 vacation package. Just stop in at any First Bank location to ask about First Bank's Fast Line Bill Pay. It's a free trial offer, and you can register to win. 2 grand prize winners will be announced live during our telecast of the boys basketball championship game.
With Janet Karvonen and Dick Bremer bringing you the last Class A quarterfinal game of the day. Miss for Julie Korf. And a rebound for Katie Thomforde. Cross-court pass to Lodermeyer picking it up. Brooke Schultz with the basket. She has 4. And the lead is back to 5.
Player-to-player defense. Fiero matched up on Korf.
Langer feeding it across the lane. Kelly Byerman right there. She's got 10 first half points. That's her average on the year for a game. Back to a 3-point game. Megan Lodermeyer with a miss. Follow-up is good by Thomforde. 13 for Katie Thomforde.
When you've got someone like Thomforde, it is invaluable to have someone who gets the position she does to get those offensive rebounds. Every team needs a Katie Thomforde.
Korf misses. And the rebound pulled out of the pile by Sue Fiero. Now on the break, Megan Lodermeyer. Shot blocked by Angie Hannigan. Langer drives and a foul call. And free throws coming for Pierz. Foul called on Goodhue's Sue Fiero, her second.
Well, Fiero trying to stop Langer here, just definitely not in position. You can see moving quite a bit.
Amanda Becker, sophomore, into the ballgame for Pierz. One-on-one opportunity for Stacy Langer, looking for her first point. .103 left in the first half. One of two for Stacy Langer. And Goodhue will get the basketball. Jill Quast brings the ball up. Fiero with a dangerous pass. Lodermeyer has it. Fiero with the drive. Shots off, no good. Rebounded by Quast. Follow-up, no good. Fiero with a third drive and a basket. 6 for Sue Fiero.
Again, offensive rebound. Second effort is really come in handy for Goodhue.
Missed shot for Heidi Stump. Six-point lead for Goodhue. 15 seconds to play. And a foul. Foul called on Angie Hannigan with 10 seconds left. Be a one-on-one opportunity for Katie Lodermeyer. The front of the rim, a missed one-on-one opportunity. Follow-up shot, no good. Out of bounds. It'll go to Pierz with 5.2 seconds left. Lucy Langer across. Beat the buzzer, and it's short. It's halftime at Williams Arena with the top-ranked team in Class A, Goodhue, leading Pierz 34-28. Let's go to Jeff Grayson.
All right, thanks, Dick. I'm with Rick Shabluski. Coach, your thoughts on the first half? Looked like they got the lead, and then you guys came back a little bit.
Well, we're a scrappy team, and we battle them hard, and we had a little problem holding them on the boards, but I think if we can hold them to one shot, we'll be fine.
What will you stress, that, or what will you stress at halftime?
Well, we have to get back on defense a little better. They're hurting us on our press, so I think second half is going to be a combination of us hustling back and holding them to one shot.
All right, well, let's get in the locker room. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, that's Rick Shabluski, coach of Pierz. Dick, good first half. Over to you.
Thank you, Jeff. It was a good first half on the GMC Viking Land Cam. High above the floor here at Williams Arena. It is Goodhue leading 34-28, and we'll return with more from the barn in just a moment.
We're back at the state tournament. This is Janet Karvonen at Williams Arena, and girls basketball has come a long way in 20 years. There's been a lot of things happening, and with me right now is Deb Wool, a longtime coach and also teacher in St. Louis Park. And you've been working on a perpetual history about tracing the last 20 years and spending a lot of time putting all these records together. Can you tell us a little bit about the project?
Well, it all started last year at the state tournament. Several people came up to me and asked me, well, Deb, when did this happen? Because I've been pretty active in the association during my whole coaching experience. And, you know, you kind of forget when things actually happen. So they, Don Kuiper from Worthington said, someone should put this on paper. And he looked at me and started to laugh. Well, I accepted the challenge because I have so much respect for the people coaching the girls basketball in Minnesota. And it's been a lot of fun, but it's been a lot of work because many of the records were lost. And so people were kind enough to go back to their scrapbooks and call up their players and see if they had bits of information. And In fact, I received 2 pieces of information during the tournament now. I have about 5 different things to put together, and then I'll have it completed and all up to date from the entire 20 years.
There's a lot of different sections in there on player awards, coaches awards, and different things. So what kind of information are you lacking, if anything?
Basically, it's on the coaching award. Who the nominees were for certain Coach of the Year awards during 5 different years. And hopefully we'll regain that information so we can make it complete. We want to give everyone who has contributed to girls basketball their just reward.
Well, thanks so much for all of that you've done in girls basketball, not only at St. Louis Park, but in the association, and continuing to provide a history for those people that will follow. Deb Wold.
Well, thank you. It's been a labor of love.
You're the perfect person for the job. You've been a part of a lot, and we really appreciate all you've done. So,
thank you very much.
Perpetual history, tracing some of the 20 years in girls basketball, an important record and document for the High School Coaches Association. We'll be back at Williams Arena for more second half action.
UPN 9's game time coverage of the Minnesota State basketball tournaments is brought to you in part by Dairy Queen, Great Clips, and your Heartland Chevrolet Geo dealers.
I'm Joey Kimball from Stillwater Area High School.
And I'm David Quill from Newland Spicer High School.
We're the AAA award winners from Region 4AA
and Region 5A. The State High School Tournament continues here on UPN 9.
Welcome back to halftime at Williams Arena. It is Goodhue with a 6-point lead. In the winner, a tough task. They'll take on the Bears from Blake tomorrow afternoon in a semi. I am with the Blake Brain Trust. Head coach Ray Finley, assistant co-coach Leah Blackwell. Leah, we'll start with you. Your thoughts on your game earlier tonight against Minnewaska. What did you think?
I thought it was a good game for our ladies. We came out, we played solid defense. It may not have been the best offensive game, but we key off of our defense, and we really got it rolling in the second half.
What do you think about your prospective opponents you've been watching the first half? Any thoughts?
I respect Goodhue a great deal, and Pierz. We've seen Goodhue play a couple of times this year. Very athletic ball club. Get up and down the floor extremely well with some nice quickness and outside shooting. This is a nice game. It's fun to watch.
We're going to ask Mr. Finley a couple of questions here. What did you think about your team's performance? Like Leah was mentioning, a little slow start. What did you think?
Well, our halftime motivational speech kind of summed up what we thought of our first half, and that was we asked for a raise of hands and said, who bricked a shot? And 7 kids raised their hand, and I said, girls, instead of the 3 Stooges, I think you look like the 7 Stooges. So we all lined up and slapped each other in the face, and then that was all it took.
I've heard cliched answers. That is not one of them.
That's the truth.
What do you two think about being one of the teams that people look for in your class? When people talk about Class A this year, you're the team that people are looking at, one of them anyway.
Well, it's the only place to be. There's a lot of pressure associated with that, and people too often want to give you style points, and we'll win. We'll take an ugly win any day. We're real proud of the girls. We asked them to play defense and rebound, and that's what championship basketball is all about. We out-rebounded them 40-23, played a great defensive basketball game, holding them to 23 points. The kids did what they did, and everybody's walking around looking like, well, we could have done better. They did fine.
I know that you give a lot of credit to your other coaches, and you give a lot of credit to Leah Blackwell, just as you did 2 years ago with Faith.
Leah said, Ray, what's my job? I said, look good and make me look good. She does a damn good job of it.
I got to ask you, I was like giving Ray a hard time about this a little bit before the game. He's got the dressy look up top with the blazer, and then he goes casual down below with the jeans. What do you think?
I think it's kind of his good luck thing. The girls were telling me last year that that's what he did to prepare for the state tournament, buy a new pair of jeans. So if it works, it works.
What do you think about your team, dress points aside, about the fact that everyone has looked at your team really from the start of the season because of prominent players like Kenesha and Carolyn?
Right. I think all the girls on our team have a really solid head about them. They love the game of basketball. And when you're out there playing because you love the game, anything else is kind of a side note. And it's an honor, you know, and I'm really proud of Carolyn and all the other girls for what they've accomplished. But again, it's just about having fun and playing basketball.
I know that when we speak to Ray, the head coach gives a lot of credit to his players and to his other coaches. That must be nice to work in that kind of environment. Seems like there's a real sharing of the workload there.
It is. I think Ray and I have an excellent chemistry. This is our first year together. I respect Ray a great deal, and that's the reason I came to Blake with the quality program that they have. He's probably the best coach that I've ever coached with and for. He just knows the game of basketball.
One quick question. What about the quick turnaround? You play Thursday night, and then you're back here tomorrow afternoon.
We're happy to be playing. It doesn't matter. 8 in the morning, midnight. Williams Arena's the greatest. Every kid should dream of playing in this building, and we're very happy to be playing tomorrow.
Well, Ray, Leah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
That's Leah Blackwell. Ray Finley from Blake. The Bears advanced to the semis earlier tonight. We'll see them tomorrow afternoon. Back with more halftime at Williams Arena in a moment.
Goodhue with the lead, 34-28 at the half. As Leah Blackwell said, Goodhue a very athletic team, and we saw that athleticism in the first half. They had a huge rebounding edge over Pierz in the first half, and it wasn't so much a matter of height, but I think the athleticism more than anything else really was a factor in the rebounding in the first half.
Definitely, and from the beginning of the game, they just worked harder to get great position. And they do have some athletes. Both teams are very similar in height, so that's one thing that Pierz is going to really need to concentrate on in the second half.
Goodhue with the lead throughout the half, and a very pretty play to show you in our first highlight with Brooke Schultz ending up with the basket. Good ball movement, a little skip pass there into the corner, and Schultz hitting the 12-footer.
Brooke Schultz does a nice job doing a lot of different things for her team, contributing on the perimeter shot. This was a nice steal also by Sue Fiero. Dribbling down between two defenders, switching hands over to her left hand. Pretty play.
Pierz getting 10 points in the first half from Kelly Byerman. Two of them coming up here. A nice post move.
Little step inside and one fake to the inside and squared up. She had a nice first half.
Despite having foul trouble in the first half, Julie Korf finished with 7 points.
Korf is really an athlete. She can do it all. Really a tough-nosed player and has got nice skills. And her leadership is probably the best thing that she brings to her team. As you said, she would be severely missed if she were not able to continue to do the fouls.
GMC Vikingland cam is set as we are to play the second half. 34-28. Goodhue in front, trying to improve its mark to 26-1. The only loss on the year, as we mentioned before, against the team from Mankato, or from Hastings rather, team that we will see tomorrow night in the AA semifinal bracket here at Williams Arena. Goodhue with the basketball to start the half. Fiero, pass across to Megan Lodermeyer, who now has 6 points. Casey Swanson to Tanya Gall. Pass to Kelly Finerman.
That's Fiero right there, matched up against Korf.
In and out, tough shot for Kelly Byerman, and the rebound comes free to Fiero. Jill Quast. And the rebound falls to Byerman. A little over a minute into the third quarter. Baseline drive and a hoop for Stacey Langer. She has 3 points. That's her first field goal.
Langer's known for her three-point shot, but that was a nice drive, as this one by Thomforde was.
They forgot about Katie Thomforde. She takes it all the way in. 15 points.
Pierz coach Rick Shaluski said that he was worried about getting back on transition, and that's exactly what happened there, and possibly on this play.
Tipped by Fiero, the basket by Quast. And Rick Shaluski may need a timeout. The lead is its largest. Swanson outside to Byerman. Rebounded by Fiero. Outlet pass to Quast. And another lane.
I think the timeout needs to come.
And they'll take it with 5:51 left in the third quarter. Goodhue starting to pull away on the Jeep Eagle scoreboard.
has top quality savings for your home, including showers and ensembles from American Shower and Bath. Save on many styles. White frame glass shower ensembles are just $277 each. Put a beautiful finish on interior wood with Step Saver from Deft. It protects and beautifies floors, furniture, cabinets, and more. Just $5.33 a quart. Bring out the best with Deft from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
From tournaments past, this great clip is brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
With 4 seconds left in overtime, Mankato East's Angie Swanson steps to the line with her team trailing by 1. Every basketball player has dreamed of this. She makes the front half of the 1-and-1 to tie, then calmly sinks the second for the win. Mankato East upsets Osseo and advances to the semifinals.
This great clip brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
Well, we had 2 little Wildcats here just a moment ago, but we're down to only 1 Wildcat. Representing Goodhue, of course. There's 2 of them. One of them is Netta Jo Stern, who's assistant coach Ed Stern's daughter, and the other one is Ann Lodemeyer, Megan Lodemeyer's sister. And they had quite a cheerleading routine going during the break here.
Absolutely.
They may make another appearance before the tournament's over, though.
Critical point in the game for Pierz. They've been outscored 8-2 to start the second half, and a foul coming up on Goodhue.
Opening minutes always are a concern, I guess, because they can make or break you.
Third foul on Sue Fiero.
Fiero's tried to draw the charge a few times. She had 1 call go in her favor, 2 against her, and those are the kind of plays that, you know, it's a risk to take, especially if you're as an important player as she is.
Nice catch by Julie Korf, but she can't get the basket. Megan Lodemeyer with the rebound. Schultz up ahead to Jill Quast. Katie Lodemeyer into the ball game for Sue Fiero with 3 fouls. Bounced in the lane, caught by Thomforde, comes off, out of bounds to Goodhue.
Korf couldn't hang on to it. That shot from Thomforde just a little bit too hard off the glass that time.
Schultz inbounding it to Katie Lodemeyer. Megan Lodemeyer's shot is short, rebounded by Julie Korf. Korf takes it all the way in, but short. Thomforde with the rebound and a foul. And a foul is on J.C. Swanson. That is her 4th. First foul on Pierz in the second half, but it comes to a player who already has 3 fouls. Heidi Stumpf in the game for the Pioneers, replacing J.C. Swanson. Schultz from the corner, no good. Rebounded by Quast. Great rebounding position. She misses the follow-up. And her rebound pulled in by Julie Korf. Stacey Langer from 15. She has all 4 Pierz points in the second half. 10-point ball game.
Langer averages about 10 points, and she had over 36 3-pointers this year. If she could get hot, it would really help Pierz.
Megan Lodemeyer across to Jill Quast. In and out by Quast, rebounded by Kelly Byerman. I think it's impressive about this Pierz team. They take pretty good care of the basketball. A pretty good ball handling team. A miss by Korf. And rebounded by Brooke Schultz. Quast reverses the ball to Lodemeyer. Megan with the miss, rebounded by Stacey Langer. Three-point try. Korf misses. Rebounded by Stacy Langer, and now a tie-up and a foul. Foul called on Brooke Schultz, her second.
Great positioning by Heidi Stump to use her body that way to get the ball. Nice save right here by Langer. You're right. Pierz has done a nice job handling the ball because Goodhue is a high-pressure team. They're all over the place. And they're also quite physical team.
Shot attempt by Kelly Byerman is blocked. This is Jill Kloss. Another transition basket for Jill Kloss. She has 3 of them in the second half. Drive to the basket and a nice one for Stacy Langer. She has 6 points in the second half. Fiero to the corner and back.
Goodhue showing a lot of patience against the 2-3 zone, but it's really been transition baskets, as you said, Dick, that has made a difference in this game, and also the rebounding edge that Goodhue seems to have.
A timeout with 2:25 left in the third quarter. Rick Shabluski's Pierz Pioneers down by 10. Welcome back to Williams Arena. It's been a full day of basketball. We've got another full day tomorrow. It's semifinal day tomorrow. And actually, we've got just a half day on Saturday with just the 2 championship games, one in the afternoon, one at night. But they play here just about around the clock with the consolation games and qualifying games. Fiero from 15. Nope. Rebounded by Tanya Gall. Stolen by Fiero. Lodermeyer gets the basket. For the most part, they have taken care of the basketball, but we've seen this great speed that this Goodhue team has. You make a mistake, and they can turn the game the other way in a hurry. Fiero ties the ball up. Coming in is Jill Kloss replacing Katie Lodermeyer. .20 to play, and a whistle and a foul. Sue Fiero heads right to the bench. She knows that she'll be taken out now with 4 fouls. Also coming out, Megan Lodermeyer. Back in, Katie Lodermeyer. And another Goodhue foul.
A beautiful high pass up to Heidi Stump. She went right up and got it and went up for the shot. Was able to draw the foul. Heidi is a 5'11" sophomore.
Foul called on Katie Thomforde. Haley Wojcik into the ball game for Goodhue. One of 2. Follow-up comes off. Put back is good. Kelly Byerman with her first field goal of the second half. And the Pioneers just won't go away. than a minute to play in the third. Thomforde scores from the baseline. 17 for Katie Thomforde.
Oh.
Everybody all right?
Are you all right?
Yeah. You know a midnight dry cleaner?
Julie Korf just spilled a Coke on
Wiped
Dick.
out everything.
Well, I just had visions of what happened last year in the boys tournament.
Oh, that's right.
One of the White Bear, I think it was White Bear Lake player,
took some stitches.
Came down with his head and crashed into one of our monitors in front of us here on the court. And that's why I was cringing. I wasn't so much worried about you as I was Julie.
Thank you. That's what happens when you work together with someone for, what, 12 years or whatever?
No, dry cleaning's an easier thing than
Yeah,
stitches.
you're right. Shot is short by Heidi Stump. It goes out of bounds.
We have worked together a long time.
It's been a long time.
Really long time.
May only be 6 years, but it seems like 12, right?
I was waiting for that.
A little over 10 seconds left in the third quarter. To say nothing of the inconvenience for Tom Greenhoe, our statistician here. He may have gotten the worst of it. Tipped around, tied up at the end of the third quarter. It's Goodhue 48-37. We will towel off and be back with the fourth quarter for you with Goodhue in front, 48-37. Welcome back to the final quarter of the quarterfinal round in Class A here at Williams Arena. 48-37, Goodhue in front. Goodhue will start the fourth quarter with the basketball. This is Jill Quast. Katie Lodermeyer. Lodermeyer on the lane. Shot no good. Follow-up is good. Jill Quast having a great second half.
Jill Quast is a really nice player at 5'9". She gives them a lot of help in the rebounding department at the guard position as well, and she can leap.
8 points in the second half, 10 in the game for Jill Quast. And Quast picking up, beg your pardon, the foul is on Brooke Schultz, her third.
Stacey Langer is also an excellent softball player. She's an all-conference first team and also a captain. She also had all-conference honors in basketball. Nice rebound by Korf there.
Pioneers keep the basketball. And tough luck in the fourth quarter when they don't need it. Julie Korf with a miss in close. And a foul call on Kelly Byerman. Two missed free throws and a missed follow-up shot. Goodhue with a 13-point lead and the basketball now.
You're right, Dick. These are the kind of things that if they fall your way, you can put together some kind of a rally. But right now they trail 13 with 7 minutes to play.
Lost across the line to Lodermeyer. Nice look underneath. Brooke Schultz now Katie Thomforde. $19 points for Katie Thomforde. Fireman short. Rebounded by Thomforde. And it's starting to slip away from the Pierz Pioneers.
They've come out of their zone and into a man-to-man or player-to-player defense.
Ball tied up by Stacey Langer. The arrow pointing Pierz's way. 6:27 left in the fourth quarter on the Menard scoreboard. Goodhue hoping to advance to tomorrow's semis.
Welcome back to Williams Arena. Jeff Grayson here. I'm in the Pierz section. Their first trip to state since 1986. I'm with Mary Korf, the mother of Julie Korf. It's got to be a fun time for you, Mary.
Oh, it's awesome. Thank you. We're just so happy to be down here. These girls have done such a beautiful job all year long. Julie's the only returning starter, and they play with all heart. They're just doing their best.
What's that like for Julie, being the only returning starter? I mean, not the easiest situation to adapt to.
Right. I think it was hard to start with, but she knew these girls had talent, and she knew that they'd do fine. I don't think she was really worried about it.
Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Dick, over to you.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, back in 1986, the Pioneers took third in the state. They haven't been back since. Three-point try, no good by Stacy Langer. Rebounded by Korf. Another three by Langer. This one again off the front of the rim. Loose ball picked up along the baseline. And out of bounds it goes to the Pioneers. They're trying to set up Stacy Langer for a three-point shot. As Janet mentioned, she's made 36 of them this year.
She's at as many as 4 in 1 quarter.
There she is again. Pass inside. Byerman gets 2. 14 points for Kelly Byerman. Double team on the ball. And Sue Fiero will come into the game. Ball tied up. Arrow pointing Goodhue's way. 5:33 left in the fourth quarter. Toss back to Fiero. Rebounded by Megan Lodermeyer. Bounce pass a little bit too hot to handle. Off the hands of Katie Lodermeyer. And Pierz will get it.
Well, both teams' leading scorers have 4 fouls, so it'll be interesting to see if either team tries to take advantage of that or really take it to them. Fiero and Korf.
Tied up on the floor. Pierz will get it back thanks to the arrow. There's Rick Shabluski. Tough task here with just over 5 minutes left coming up. Asked to have his team come up with a great comeback in the fourth quarter against the top-ranked team in the state. A bump as Fiero enters the lane. And the foul called on Tanya Gall. As we mentioned, pretty good job of rebuilding for Rick Shabluski this year. Just one returning player from last year's very good Pierz team. And that's Julie Korf. The rest of the starters and the reserves all were on the JV team last year. Did not play much on varsity. Fiero stayed with the play and got the basket.
Thomforde hits it a few times to keep it alive, and Fiero finished it.
8 points for Sue Fiero. She's been bothered by foul trouble tonight. Now whistle and a hold called on Katie Lodermeyer. Well, Rochester lured came out of Section 1A last year to win the state championship. Maybe it will be Goodhue to win the championship this year. It looks as if they're going to advance at least to the semifinal round. Fiero, short, rebounded by Korf. Three-point try, again off the front of the rim for Stacy Langer. Rebounded by Thomforde. Quast with a miss. And a whistle and a foul in the lane with 3:45 left.
Going to go against Byerman again. It was Thomforde with the great inside position. She's done that all night long.
Coming in for Goodhue is Brooke Schultz, replacing Jill Quast. Thomforde with 19 points and a dozen rebounds in this game tonight. Off the inbound, Fiero scores the basket despite the foul. And a foul will go against J.C. Swanson, and that'll be your 5th foul. A 17-point lead for the top-ranked team in the state. (56-39), Goodhue with the lead. Get a look at the inbounds play there. And the foul was on J.C. Swanson. And that's the 5th foul on Swanson. There's been some confusion here on the scoreboard whether the foul was on Swanson or Korf, but Swanson has fouled out. Korf is still on the floor. And we may have, we will have Fiero at the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity. A miss. Lodermeyer with the rebound and the putback. Katie Lodermeyer.
Katie Lodermeyer just 5'5", went up high for that offensive rebound and did a nice job having a heads-up play.
Korf back outside. 3-point try. Langer misses. Rebounded by Fiero, playing pretty well with 4 fouls. Up ahead to Megan Lodermeyer. Shot comes off, no good. Thomforde finds Katie Lodermeyer underneath. Second try, no good. Thomforde tries to finish it off. And a foul on Katie Thomforde.
Goodhue still playing very aggressively, and I guess one thing when you have a lead like this, almost 20 points, they can't afford to back off just a little bit. They don't want to continue to stop the clock and put Pierz on the line. I know it's a long shot at this point to come back 3 minutes, given the strong play of Goodhue, but it's just not good strategy. They want to keep that clock ticking down.
Free throw miss. Rebounded by Heidi Stump. And now a turnover. Compared to Jill Ward, Rick Shabluski's pretty animated. He's been coaching pretty hard here tonight. Jill Ward a little bit more composed. Her team has been in control. And maybe that's cause for composure if you're a coach. They really have not had any bad stretches at all tonight where things look like they've slipped away from them at all. At the line for Goodhue, Megan Lodermeyer.
Some excellent semifinal matchups tomorrow, certainly tomorrow night with Osseo Mayo, a much-awaited game, and even this game with Goodhue and Blake should be
that's going to be a fun game to watch. Yep. Baseball pass picked off by Brooke Schultz. Less than 3 minutes to play. It's a 21-point lead. Fiero stares down a 3 and turns it down. And a foul out on the perimeter by Kelly Byerman. And Fiero will go to the line for a 1-on-1.
Fiero from a basketball family. Her father, Terry, coached the boys in Goodhue from 1972 to 1984. He probably is still doing a little coaching here on the side, don't you think?
I would imagine so. 2:42 left in the fourth quarter with Goodhue on its way into the semifinal round. Well, it can't really be Homer hankies, I guess, in basketball. What would you call them?
I'll have to think about that. Souvenir edition.
Yeah. Gotta come up with something more clever than that. Of course, asking us to be clever after
It's pretty late
8
to be
games
clever.
in 2 days might be asking too much.
Well, this isn't as late a game as the hockey game that
That's
our
true. We've
fellow
not had 5 overtimes
crewmates
yet.
had to endure.
It's good to be a part of history. I did a 22-inning baseball game once. Glad it was over, and hope I never have to do another one. 2:20 left. Stolen away by Fiero. Up ahead to Jessica O'Connor, and it gets thrown out of bounds, and the Pioneers will get it back. Jessica O'Connor in the game for Goodhue. We'll try to identify some of the other players. Jessica Derricks in for Goodhue. I think those are the new players. Jessica O'Connor. Alley-oop. Picked off by Fiero. Pass intended for Julie Korf.
Fiero has a nice game at her height. She over and back. She didn't establish herself in the front court. Kind of a mental error, but Fiero at 5'11" does a lot for them at the guard position. She drives well. Nice passer and a great rebounder too. So Jill Ward sure has been happy to have her services.
3-point basket is good for Julie Korf, excuse me. And it's a 19-point game. Quick turnaround for Thomforde is good. 21 points for Katie Thomforde. And now a steal for Thomforde. Out of bounds. Goodhue will keep it. 5 new Pioneers check in. Amanda Golding. Amanda Becker. Jessie Fiddler. Angie Hannigan was in the game earlier. And Holly Harold. Haley Wojcik for Goodhue. Now over to Jessica O'Connor. Shot comes off, and a rebound for Holly Harold. Less than a minute to play. Angie Hannigan. Shot comes off for Amanda Becker. And a timeout called by Goodhue. Probably just to get some other players in. And also Jenny Gertz will get a chance to come in for Pierz because of the timeout. 27 seconds left. Sue Fiero, despite foul trouble, is 1 assist away from having a triple-double here tonight. 11 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists.
That's a good night's work.
Yes, it is. Well, with the timeout and the entry into the game by Jenny Gertz, all the available players for Rick Shabluski got in. Michelle Paulson, I think you saw during the introduction, unable to play with a brace on her right leg. Nikki Gurman will put it in play for Goodhue. She's in the game. Rebounding it to Emily Bankston. German feeding it inside. Shot comes off and goes out of bounds to the Pioneers. Shot came from Wojcik, I believe.
Well, Pierz, of course, will still participate in consolation play.
Amanda Golden into the game for the Pioneers. And with 8.7 seconds left, Michelle Mann, Alicia O'Reilly, and Jackie Bannett enter the game for Goodhue. I think everybody who could play has played for the two teams. Game almost started with 6 Goodhue players on the floor. They don't need that much help. Pretty good team with the 5 they put out there. Traveling call on Angie Hannikin. The final score. Goodhue advances against Blake in tomorrow's second Class A semifinal game tomorrow afternoon. The word methodical comes to mind. I mean, Goodhue seemed to be in control from the outset. They kept pulling away a little bit farther, a little bit farther, a little bit farther throughout the whole 32 minutes.
Well, they've got a lot of balance, and again, their ability to rebound and their athleticism probably will help them tremendously against the Blake team that's obviously a strong inside dominated team and also a strong rebounding team. I think if you can't rebound with Blake, you don't have a chance. And so Goodhue definitely should be able to match up well with them tomorrow.
The highlights tomorrow in the semifinal round, number 1 against number 2 in both classes. The irony is the matchups will come in the semifinal round and not in the championship game. Goodhue will take on Blake in one of the Class A semis. Let's go to Jeff Grayson.
Really good. We had to play a great defensive game, and on offense we worked around and stuff went through for us.
Right off the bat in your first tournament game, and that's quite a performance for your team. Can you get better?
Yeah, we got to beat Blake, and we got to play real tough, good on them, and hopefully get in that championship game and show our section that we are number 1.
Now, how much time do you get to enjoy this one? Because you're right back here tomorrow afternoon.
I know, we don't have to get up play that morning game, so that 3 o'clock game was good after the late one.
I've got to ask you real quick about the support of your fans. It seems like the entire town is here.
I know, our town's real small. I mean, everybody's here, and our support has just been great all year, and they come to all our games, our away games, and I can't believe our town. We're all close-knit. Everybody is, like, related, and they're really great fans.
Thanks, Katie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Katie Thomforde, 21 of the 63 points for the Wildcats. Now over to Dick.
Thank you very much, Jeff. 63-42, the final in our final game today. We'll take a break and return with more from Williams Arena right after this. I guess we get some perverse pleasure out of wishing for upsets. We hadn't had one coming into this game, and after 2 days of basketball, we have not had one yet. The ranked teams, the top-ranked teams, have done what they're supposed to do in the quarterfinal round, and certainly that was the case in our final game here tonight.
No surprises really that way. I think Red Lake Falls impressed a lot of people. They did come in with an unbeaten records, but people weren't really sure how to read that game. But they showed that despite not having a lot of height, that they're a team to contend with as well in this Class A section. So I think tomorrow we're going to have some really fun games to watch.
And the games were fun, although not really dramatic, at least in terms of how they ended. A convincing win in both games tonight. Katie Thomforde had a large role in Goodhue's win tonight. And with 21 points and 13 rebounds, she is our American Dairy Association Player of the Game.
There's a beautiful drive that Katie had around the defenders to put the basketball up and in, but she had a lot of offensive rebounds, and she really was a steady force on the scoring end throughout the entire game, and really helped Goodhue roll tonight.
And she'll get a certificate and donation sent to Goodhue on behalf of Katie Thomforde from your local dairy farmers who ask, got milk? We'll each head home, get a nice tall glass of milk, and be back with you again tomorrow afternoon. A full day of basketball again, but it's semifinal day tomorrow, and the Class A action gets underway in the afternoon, the Double A action in the evening, and certainly both sessions will be highlighted by the matchups between the top-ranked team and the second-ranked team.
That's right. A lot of people still talking about that Mayo Osseo game, and I think the Class A semifinal featuring 1 and 2 with Goodhue and Blake will be a dandy too.
All right, we'll look forward to that, and Jeff Grayson will wrap up the day's activities when he returns from Williams Arena. Right after this, we will see you tomorrow.